Hey, welcome back, guys. Nopi Radio. Man, that was an interesting commercial, wasn't it? I don't really know what to say about that. But them advertising dollars are well spent over here. Got DJ Kaizen in the house.
Whoa.
Got the whole morning crew. And Barry. Oh, Mr. Barry Clapp is in the house. Mr. Slide Factory, Nopi Drift. How are you this morning?
Doing well. How is everybody?
You sound tired.
It's early.
Well, you know. So, we've been telling everybody in the morning show you got a new show coming on called Slideways. Be on at night. I believe, Shaylin, is it Thursday night it comes on?
I believe so.
What time?
6, I think is what we have it set up. 6 or 7.
I thought it was 7. Barry, when's your show come
7.
on our station? What's your contract say?
I think we said 6 to 8. I think we're going to do a 2-hour window, 6 to 8, where we can spend some good amount of time talking about all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, and your show.
Because our Throwback Thursday comes on at 8.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, because the show has to end by 8 because Throwback Thursday comes up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just a host over here. I don't read shit.
We'll be a good lead-in for that. That'll be good.
Yeah, and tell the fans out there that are listening across the world, literally in 127 different countries, what's your show about? Oh, we're in Bangladesh.
Well, awesome. Well, we're going to get slideways about a bunch of different things. You know, we're not going to limit ourselves too much. We're going to talk a little drifting. We're going to talk a little racing. We're going to talk a little vehicle wrapping. We're going to talk a lot of different stuff. We've got, the guys that come to our events and our shows and drive with us, they got a lot of cool special interests, so we're going to have some of those drivers on to talk about what they like. And we've actually had a lot of people already asking us to have other event promoters on to talk about those, the ins and outs of putting events on and stuff like that. So you'll definitely want to listen, because there's no telling what we might get into. We might even have a little fun in the background. You just never know.
Well, from the storyboard that come over to the office, it's like the Man Show, from what I understand.
A little bit. We're gonna have a little Man Show action in the background. We might have some ping pong playing in the background, or we might have some running on some treadmills or something. You never know. You'll definitely want to tune in. You won't want to miss it.
Yeah. Well, we also heard that you're trying to steal our morning show host, Derek. Apparently, he's going to be on the show from here and there.
He will have to be. The beauty about Derek is a good friend of mine and only lives about 20 minutes from me, so I'll be able to snag him every once in a while, many times as I can get him, as long as Kelly will let him come,
Yeah. Are you going to make him run on the treadmill?
I would.
That's definitely a possibility. We'll definitely get that going. Kelly already volunteered, so I don't know what we're going to do about that.
Yeah.
That's new. Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Hey, so Barry was on vacation last week in Hawaii, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. And while he was on vacation, he only got bits and pieces because he's in Hawaii and the time difference is a little bit different. So he only got bits and pieces. So and Leslie was off yesterday, but she heard the radio. And she made a comment. She was like, "What did Derek get in trouble for, and why was he punished?" And you told him to shut the fuck up. Derek wasn't allowed to talk for 5 minutes.
Oh.
I don't even remember why.
I don't either. You had to take a time out. What happened there?
Derek got put in the corner.
Don't put Derek in the corner.
I don't even know what we were talking about.
Put in the corner for, though. You guys were asking questions about movies, like favorite movies or something, or TV shows.
Oh yeah.
It was something to do with pizza.
No, that come later.
Yeah, that's like. But
Just
Oh yeah, no. Whenever we were talking about movies, you're like, okay, Derek, you can say something. No, fuck off. I'm gonna still keep going.
no, he kept going. I go, well, Derek, you lost your turn. Yeah, I know what. I remember what it was. It was best movies from when you were younger.
TV shows.
TV
Yeah.
shows.
TV
Okay,
shows.
Barry, what'd you have when you were younger? What is the 3 favorite TV shows you watched when you were younger?
Oh, wow. When I was younger. So you couldn't beat Dukes of Hazzard.
Yep, that was one on my
And,
side.
I watched MASH all the time. I used to love
That's a good one.
Klinger on MASH.
I did too.
I used to love Klinger. He cracked me up every time wearing a dress and being all funny, trying to get himself kicked out of the army and all that stuff. I used to love Klinger. He was hilarious.
Did you
And then, I don't know about a third one. I have to think about a third one for a minute.
did you ever see the behind the scenes of MASH, and where they got all their sources for the characters? And Klinger was a real Klinger.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
and they even
yeah.
had the real guy on there, and he almost looked like him.
It's hilarious,
And he's like,
Yeah,
I
that
just
was-
wanted to go
That was
home,
good stuff.
and the colonel
He just
wouldn't.
wanted to get kicked out. That's
Yeah,
right.
and then when they
wouldn't
gave him
let
his discharge papers, he didn't want to leave.
I know, isn't that funny? Didn't know what to do when he did go home. So, yeah, but I used to love me some Dukes of Hazzard. I used to love to watch that all the time. Uncle Jesse and the whole deal, and of course Daisy Duke and all that. Growing up, that was good stuff.
Were you a Dallas guy?
I never watched that. I didn't get roped into the Dallas thing. That was probably too late at night for me.
Yeah,
when
who
I was
shot
that
JR?
age. Yeah, the folks were like, I barely remember that. I didn't watch much of the Dallas deal. I didn't watch much of that.
I watched Knots Landing.
Knots Landing, yeah. They played.
Knots Landing. Oh, what about Fantasy Island? Do you remember Fantasy Island?
Hold on, maybe Fantasy
Yeah,
Island
that
was
was a
the
good one.
plane. The plane.
It was. Because that had
Yeah,
that little short
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I like the
And all
Love
that
Boat
stuff.
because there was
The Love Boat.
The Love Boat
That's
was
hilarious. Yeah.
Gilligan's Island.
Gilligan's Island was good.
Gilligan's Island. Oh yeah, Gilligan's Island was on like at 4:00 right when I was getting off the bus.
Yeah. So
yeah, absolutely.
so would
Watch
you-
Gilligan's Island?
so what'd you have, Kaizen? What's your top 3 TV shows when you were a kid?
Honestly, I did not watch a lot of TV. I was more of a movie guy. If I had to say anything, MASH, only because on the local network, it used to be like one of the last things on. They would do the
Mhm.
MASH repeats, and I would fall asleep to that all the time. But, I mean, I really didn't start getting into TV until probably later teen years, and it was late night stuff. So by then, it was always the comedy shows like In Living Color.
In Living Color is a good
Oh,
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my favorite one too.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
That was
Living
great.
Color. Yeah. Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Oh yeah.
Yep, Fresh Prince.
That was a great
a lot of
show.
TV videos.
Yeah.
Or they were all reality shows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when MTV was MTV.
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. And they actually played music videos. Yeah.
Well, it's like MTV3 now. Like,
Man, I can remember that. I can remember when we first got cable TV and MTV was real, and that's all it was music video after music video after music video, and that's all it was. I remember they would come on and they'd have the title and the lettering and stuff down in the corner when it started, and then it would finish with the title and the lettering and stuff, so you'd know what album to go buy if you liked that song and all that crap. That was crazy.
yeah, and that was cool that they did that, But then I guess their marketing screwed up, and they had something great, and then Cyrus from The Real World is a really good friend of mine, and he's based a huge career off The Real World, but it was cool that The Real World was on there. Then go back to the music videos, but then they went to MTV2, and then now it's MTV3, and it's like you should have just kept it at one and did the other damn shit.
Yeah, should have had other stations or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and don't get me wrong, Road Rules and all that stuff. I mean, they were cool. I mean, Jersey Shore, I know JWoww pretty well. It's kind of funny that she wouldn't have been on that show if it wasn't for Slick Chick. That is 100% true.
What was the name of the late night dating show that was on MTV?
Oh, what was that? I remember that too.
God, I don't have any idea.
I can picture the set. Shaylin, look that up.
Okay.
Oh man. So Barry goes
You.
goes to Florida. I'm sorry, that's Derek that goes to Florida. Barry goes to Hawaii. Barry's got a little bit more money than Derek.
Come on now.
Well, if Derek went to Hawaii, okay, I mean it'd be the whole damn plane with his whole group.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the reason why I'm saying Barry's got the little bit more expendable money to take his family, which was, who all did you take? You and your wife?
Oh yeah, it's just me and the little lady. That's it.
Okay. Who watched the dogs while you were gone?
You know, it's kind of funny. My wife works at a spa, and one of the girls that works at the spa with her lives like an hour away or something. Her commute is crazy to come to work.
Mhm.
Well, we only live about 10 minutes from the spa, so every time we go out of town or anything like that, that little girl like begs to live at
Aw.
our house and take care of our animals so she can save gas money driving back and forth to work. So it works out really good for her.
Well, speaking of gas money, that's what I'm saying. I'm not making fun of Derek. Derek would love to take Kelly to Hawaii by themselves.
He needs to. He needs to
He
leave
needs
the kids
to.
at home and
Yeah.
take her out there, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. It's pretty beautiful. It's something else.
It is. What part of Hawaii did you go to?
We went to Oahu this time, and we actually stayed right in Waikiki, right on the beach, right around the corner from Pearl Harbor. And of course, we did those tours, and we went out to I can't pronounce none of those crazy Hawaii towns. We went out to the Lickety Dicky Ranch, and we went and saw the Kamanawanalia Falls, you know, and
Nice.
Kamanawanalia
Yeah, I've been to
Falls.
Honolulu, so yeah, it's beautiful there.
He's not joking. That's how it sounds to the tourism.
That's from that old movie. Y'all remember the old movie, Grumpy Your Old Men or Grumpy Old Men? That was Burgess Meredith when he was talking to that old chick, and she was talking about Hawaii, and he said, I've been to Hawaii, and she said, oh really, what island? And he said, like a Licky Dicky.
I remember that.
And they played the outtakes at the end of the movie, and he must have said 7 or 8 different funny names like that. Come on, I want to lay you, and all kinds of stuff. It's hilarious.
That is funny.
Yeah.
So was Pearl Harbor, just like I said, it was pretty trippy?
It was really humbling. You know,
It's a weird
You-
feeling walking across there.
it really was, man. You take that boat ride, and I mean, it was absolutely quiet, pin drop quiet on that boat
Yeah.
ride over to the monument, and then you file off onto the little ramp and up into the monument, and I mean, the only people making a sound where there were a couple of, you know, people that had infants with them, and the little babies were cooing or making a little noise, that kind of thing. And you could hear people whispering to each other, but it was just completely quiet. It was so respectful. Like I took my hat off as I walked up the ramp, you know, and some guys didn't feel the need to do that, but I did, and it was just really humbling. And what I thought was so interesting about it was, you know, you walk to the backside of it, and all the names of all the guys that are still entombed on that ship are back there.
Yeah, the guys that couldn't get out.
Yeah, and then some of the survivors, as they aged and were beginning to pass away, they wanted to be buried with their brothers on that ship.
Really?
And so
I didn't know that.
there's been about 20 or 25 sailors. The first one was like in 1980. And then the most recent was only a couple of years ago. An old guy died finally in 2022. And of course, what they do is they cremate them, and they put them in an urn, and a dive team takes them down, and there's a big hole in the hull of the ship where a torpedo or a bomb or something hit it. And they go just barely inside the hull of that ship, and they release this urn. And they say that the urn, of course, it has air in it. So when they first crack it open, it has this release, and they say it's almost like the ship is like sucking that man in and bringing him back into the ship with the rest of his brothers. They say it's really powerful.
Wow. That is really cool, though.
Yeah, it was really neat to listen to the stories and stuff. It was really cool. It was great.
Yeah, I went out there. I mean, it was years ago, but it was one of those things that we were going to do it, then we weren't going to do it, and then we just ended up doing it. And I'm telling you, when
Yeah.
I stepped foot onto there, it was like nobody was talking, and it was whispers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you have a guide?
Just the little guy that was on the boat with us. We didn't like take a tour. That was another funny thing that we learned about it. Like the tour, like the hotel we stayed at was about 20 minutes away. And the hotel was selling all these tours, you know, $150. You take a shuttle over and you take a tour and we bring you back and all this stuff. What you don't realize is all you got to do is get online and book it yourself. It's free. It didn't cost anything.
Oh, really?
It's the tour. It's the friggin' tour bus people making all the money to take you over there and back. There was one of those tours. It was 13 hours long and it was $600 a person. And we looked at each other like, who would do that? You know,
Man,
it was
you
terrible.
could rent a car and drive around for that with MapQuest.
Yeah, I mean that's what we did. We just did our own thing, man. It was great. We got there, part of our little package to go to the hotel. They put us in a cool little Jeep Wrangler 4-door, you know, a 2023 model, and we were living like kings and queens. We just drove wherever we
That's
wanted
where
to go.
Derek gets it from.
Yeah,
He gets it from you. Every time
possible.
every time Derek tells a story, he has to say what car it is, make, model, altercations. He gets it from Barry. That's where he gets it from. Here's
it
like,
might be a Tennessee boy thing. You never know.
I don't know. I mean, you know what you guys don't understand. You know, Barry is the Mr. Miyagi, where Derek is the Karate Kid. What's the Karate Kid? Daniel.
Mhm.
Danielson.
Daniel Song, Grasshopper.
Yeah. See, that's
The difference is Derek is really good at washing cars.
well. He didn't pick that up from Barry, so
No, I didn't teach him that. I don't wash cars.
he washed
anymore.
cars in the rain. So, with all that said, so Kaizen, is that how you guys do since you're a local down there at the Lake of the Ozarks? Is that how you guys rip everybody off on the tours?
Oh yeah, I give personal tours myself.
See?
I'm like, yeah, you can go do this for free, or you can get you can have DJ Kaizen show you around for $600.
Hell yeah.
I wouldn't have to work. I wouldn't have to work if I did that.
Every tour comes with 2 full pockets of chicken.
Hot sauce is
I
extra.
don't want to plug myself, but can I plug my new business for 2025? I'll be doing tours.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
could you imagine DJ Kaizen giving a tour in his flip-flops with a straw hat on, and he's like, I'm going to show you the real Ozark experience. You seen that TV show, Ozark? Which wasn't filmed down here, but I'm going to show you the shit that they did film.
Yeah. Show you what you missed.
That's hilarious.
That's
You
good.
wouldn't believe how many people come down here and go, wow, this isn't what we thought it was going to be. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, we watched the show. And I'm like, this place is nothing like the show.
Nice.
It's so funny. People have teeth down here and everything.
Yeah, but the story is based in the Ozarks, written by a guy from the Ozarks, but it never did explain, did it really happen in the late 70s or 80s?
I think that was the 80s, if I recall right. I actually lived the original place that the guy who authored that and wrote that worked at is about a mile from me, and they actually just moved the sign that was in the series back over there, so you can go get your picture taken there. I haven't actually been there for a while. That was just like this past summer that they brought the actual sign that was used on the TV show back down here, and it's set up to go take some pictures at, and I can take you by there to get your picture taken for only $19.95.
Yeah, I bet you can.
That's what I'm talking about.
And he'll feed you pocket chicken. It's just the hot sauce is extra.
Yeah.
That's the $100 package, sir.
That's the $100 package.
That's what we call the platinum package.
Michelle, book us 2 of those. Are you on it?
That's
Are you-
awesome.
The platinum
She said,
package, we need 2 of them. 2 tickets. He ain't going to give us no discount because we know him.
No.
Oh, man. Well, I tell you what, guys, we got to go to these commercial breaks. We'll be back in just a few minutes. We got Barry Clapp from Slide Factory, Nopey Drift in the house, and DJ Kaizen. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Nopey Radio.